How's it going, people of the internet? Today we have another vehicle, another project, another adventure that is beginning and going underway starting today. Well, maybe not necessarily starting today, but putting on my Doug DeMuro voice here, this is a 1984 Jeep XJ Wagoneer. To give you a brief rundown of what we've got going on with this bad boy here, this was bought by a friend of ours named Felix. Felix has not yet made an appearance on the channel because he currently lives in Germany. Felix is coming home from Germany. He's going to say hi and bye to all of his family and friends in the Maryland area where we live here, and then upon doing that, he is moving out to Oklahoma City, where he'll be driving out this Jeep Wagoneer, which you can see sitting right here. Now, the biggest problem that we face right now is that it does not run, and therefore it does not drive. Felix told us that it should drive because this was owned by a friend of his. His friend got it from his friend's grandmother, but it has not run in about a year now. It doesn't have a carburetor on it right now as it sits. It had a Holley Sniper on it, which was known to flood the engine at 650 CFM. And while it sat for the last year, it had some work done by some other people beside his friend who did some questionable work and repairs on here, which we'll show you as we get into it. Aside from not running, the other biggest problem that we face is that we live about 1,400 miles from Oklahoma City, which is where the final destination is going to be, and it needs a whole lot of work, and we have 19 days to get all this work done, because today is November 15th, and we're trying to leave on December 4th. Once we leave on the 4th, we have 4 days to get there, as our flights back are on the 8th. Gives us a very short deadline to get a whole lot of work done. Can we do it?
Always.
Maybe.
Sometimes.
We're going to show you what we're working with, and then we'll show you some of the work that we do on it, and then whether or not we take this, whether or not we have to end up towing it, which hopefully won't be the plan, but that's the backup plan. I don't know. But it's going to be me, Nathaniel here, who's made some appearances on the channel, and Felix, who is still in Germany.
Yep.
So if you're kind of hearing that whole rundown there and thinking, wow, so your friend bought a car sight unseen for you and your buddies to fix up so that the three of you can journey halfway across the country in 4 days? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. And if you're thinking, wow, that's crazy, yeah. But enough of my yapping. Let me show you what we're looking at. I plan to do a full walk around and tour on this another time, but obviously today is not that time. I just want to show around a little bit first, and then we have some parts coming in, and then we'll actually get going on the work. Interior on this thing is actually pretty cherry. The seat's got a rip in it. Door panels look good. Floor's pretty. The red matches the red exterior there, which is very nice. Seems pretty much bone stock, as far as I'm aware. Felix knows the thing better than I do, but I know that this obviously isn't stock. This was custom built, but it's pretty cool. 209,000 miles on the clock. Once again, everything here looks pretty good. Steering wheel horn, unfortunately, does not work. Everything's manual, of course. Manual mirrors, manual windows, manual locks. Nice little crack in the windshield right there to catch the sun and blind you while you're driving. Back seats as well look pretty clean. We're going to be spending a lot of time back here, or so the plan says. See, there's some questionable tint work going on there. And that'll probably be stripped off by us as well before we hit the road. This was shipped up here from Florida. Like I said, Felix says that he's had some experience with this before. He actually road tripped it with his buddy down to Florida, which is where it lived the past few years. So I'll go ahead and pop this here. You see some spare parts, spare tire, yada yada yada, just sitting back here. Back to the whole questionable work thing. We'll just kind of ignore that. That's not going to prevent us from driving. Yeah, just leave that there. If you notice the 2.8 liter V6 there, we'll get more on that in a minute. Back seats look the same. And front seat sits the carburetor, which is a 4-barrel carburetor to replace the Holley Sniper that was on there before, which replaced the original 2-barrel carburetor. We're going to be throwing that on. I have not tuned a carburetor in quite some time. I've done it maybe twice, so I'm going to try to pull some old knowledge back and maybe recruit some outside help if we need it. Now, before I open the hood, I think I failed to mention this window is stuck down right now, so that's going to be one of the first things to fix. Pop the hood for you. And here we have a, not Jeep powertrain, not AMC, Chevrolet GM 2.8 liter V6, 173 cubic inches. So obviously, like I said, this is a GM engine, and I didn't even know that General Motors provided engines for Jeep at any point in time. I'm not a huge Jeep guy, neither is Nathaniel. Felix is, so he knows a lot more about these than I do. This whole situation's been kind of rushed. I didn't even know that we were getting this thing until about 2 weeks ago, and then a little less than a week ago this showed up, and now we have about 3 weeks to get it going. With our rush timeline though, the first goal is going to be getting it running. Once again, 2.8 liter V6, Very, very small engine. There's the intake for the Holly Sniper that was on here. Some questionable things that we found. You can hear nothing there because there was no coolant in the radiator. Went ahead and opened this up. Now I'm hearing something starting to bubble. But you can see that it is bone dry in there, which is exactly what you want to see when you look at your cooling system. Because it had a Sniper, some fuel lines that come up here from an electric fuel pump that's kind of jerry-rigged in the back. Concerningly enough, I found that it was fed with this Romex, this residential grade Romex that runs to the back. So that's mildly concerning. The oil is low and it is everywhere because there is a hole in the valve cover here. There was some seepage that seemed to be coming out of the valve cover gasket, but that was far less of a concern when we found out that the valve cover does not entirely exist. Air conditioning has obviously been bypassed, as you can tell by these just sitting here. Might just go ahead and try to take those out because they're not really doing much good sitting there. I have reason to believe that this is the coil for the distributor. I don't even know where this would mount up, but it's just sitting here, so we'll have to address that at some point. Back to the coolant reservoir. This is what we were gifted with, this nice little hole inside of here. For this reservoir, which also seems to be dry, it is completely filthy in there. Actually, there is some really nasty looking water in there. I don't think I'd trust that to get me even 10 feet down the road. All right, I actually just found the cap about 5 seconds ago. Look at that, or it doesn't screw on, does it? That's not the cap. Some spare nuts and bolts. Just chilling here in the washer fluid, sure. Headlight has a good inch of water in it. Other one seems pretty good, and it does work. So we got one that works on high beam only. Counts for something, but not great. So you can see the engine sitting here. It does turn over, but it does not start. Go ahead and hit it. Yeah, so that'll need some work. Checking other fluids now. Power steering is low. I checked the oil dipstick. It is low, but I'll give it some slack there because there's a hole in the valve cover. Washer fluid's low. Coolant is empty. Transmission leaks, but we need the engine to be running to actually test that. And the brake fluid, we haven't checked that yet, but we'll save that for another time. We got to service the brakes at some point anyways, so we'll probably pop it open and look. Brake fluid. Pop open the master cylinder there, which seems to be pretty seized shut. And that does not look good. That is quite rusty. So it looks like we'll be changing that out as well. Dual pot though, so that's nice. And power brakes as well. We'll clean that off so we know what's new and what's old, but I think that's just about everything underneath the engine bay, unless you can think of anything. Yeah, we've seen some odd and end splices, some wires that are cut loose, things that are not secured. There's gonna be some sorting around here for sure. A lot of zip ties, a lot of loosely run fuel wires that are not fuel wires, fuel lines that don't go anywhere. Yeah. Fuel wire. Yeah. Yeah. First things first, at some point or another, probably not today, we'll hit it with some shots of starter fluid and actually see if it'll turn over. Hey, the light works, which will be nice from we're stuck on the side of I-80. Now, walking some more around the exterior here, we were told that this is rust-free. Obviously, body rust happens. It's going to happen with any vehicle of this age. A lot of paint bubbling. This still feels pretty solid, but that's not really the part that we're concerned about. What's concerning us is not just the rockers either, but the concerning amount of spray foam and structural rust that you see the further back you move. This is a leaf spring shackle. This is a lot of rust and a lot of spray foam. See what I'm getting at here? See the problem? That's probably my biggest concern here. That's a lot of questionable work. It's got a Flow Monster exhaust, not Flowmaster, Flow Monster. The further back you get, the more you'll start to see some other things. There's an inline fuel pump and fuel filter right there. So that's obviously aftermarket. Rust isn't too bad everywhere else, it's just around the spots that you know you need it to be strong. Transfer case looks pretty dry, which is good. Everything else looks, like I said, pretty good actually. Not anything I'd complain about too much. Shocks are pretty rusty. We're going to go ahead and switch those out because they are blown out and the bushings are all rotted up top. There's some more rust forming here, which isn't too big of a concern. It just becomes concerning again once we hit this leaf spring shackle. A little bit of crunch going on up there. A lot of crunch going on up here. Now this is a unibody, so that kind of makes us question the actual structural integrity of this whole thing. A little bit concerning, but will she make it? That's a firm maybe. The bumper doesn't seem too bad. And the trailer hitch, which is welded on here, also doesn't seem too bad. This all seems to be pretty solid. Fuel tank looks good too, and a little skid plate underneath of it, it looks like. Now up front towards the middle, we have a lot of transmission fluid, a lot of oil. It's very red and very black and oily underneath of here. Moving over to the passenger side though, we have more spray foam. And another floor patch, which once again is less of a concern. A little bit more concerning because it's a unibody, but less concerning because it's not structural. Shocks are getting replaced up here too. And the other side, truthfully, isn't too bad. It's really just this side. And then the shackles in the back. That covers most of the underside here. Everything that's rubber is pretty much starting to go, so we're gonna look into getting that all replaced too. In an ideal world though, this will be a little bit of engine work, a whole lot of suspension work, and then just a lot of test driving and making sure that things look good, sound good, and feel good. Now, personally, I'm still trying to get comfortable with the idea of even taking this thing remotely this far. I've taken vehicles with higher mileage further and older vehicles less distances, but I've never taken something of this age, this distance, with this much rust on it. The rust is really, once again, what's concerning me. How that'll fare out, though, I don't know. There's a lot of work to be done. We're going to investigate some things, start to pull some carpet, maybe look around the interior floor and see how things look there. In the meantime, though, that's just a quick little introduction, a quick little walk around. When more parts start to come in so we can get this thing ready to go, ideally to Oklahoma under its own power, we'll let you know. So, for the time being, peace. We got a bit ambitious and put up the window, or should I say Nathaniel did. That's how it was held up when it was shipped here, right?
Yeah.
So,
just don't pull that stick out, please.
I mean, it works. It's, of all the ways to do it, that is certainly one of them. Anyways, now I'll catch you when we start doing more work on it. November 17th now, which means that we are now 17 days away from leaving for Oklahoma City on December 4th. Tonight's plan is kind of just going to be to open some parts, see what we got, breathe some life into her, spray some starting fluid, and hopefully she will turn over without problem. We will see. We are still awaiting a mass of other parts to come in, so for the time being, we'll do what we can. I'll touch base again at Nathaniel's place. I have arrived. I got the goods. I got starting fluid, brake cleaner, more brake cleaner, some carb cleaner, and chocolate milk. So, what more do you need in life? I thought you finished that.
No, I didn't drink any more of it. I was waiting for you to come back.
Oh.
Is it another half gallon?
Well, now we have a full gallon. First things first is getting the Jeep into the garage.
Do you have a tow hook or a tow rope?
This is going to be our setup. So we've got the hitch pin in and the actual tow strap hooked up to it. Hooks are going to go around front. I don't know why he's going through the yard, but
He's fighting.
yeah, he's going off-road through the front yard. Garage is close enough. We'll do a little bit of one-pull action. That's going to be a pain to get out of there. Oh! And that's how the latches broke. It's completely broken. Put it in park, the latches broke.
He's going at too much of an angle. The latch is broken?
Yeah, look at this thing. It just twisted off.
That's fine.
We can still make it work. It's probably going to be better without it, honestly. Take two. It's all you.
It's not like the latch works anyway.
Beautiful. That'll work. We got an order from Rock Auto in the mail, shipped overseas from Felix, or ordered overseas, shipped here in America. Let's see what we got. That's
Alrighty.
that's a really good start.
Cool. Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
Half a spark.
Yeah, it's half spark plug.
Hold on, take pictures of this. We're gonna have to file a return order on
Well,
this.
it's on video.
Yeah, but still.
Hold on,
Thanks, Rock Auto.
Within the first 30 seconds.
I really hope this isn't gonna be a testament as to how this is gonna continue to go.
Destroyed.
Yeah, look at this. Hold on. There's the rest of it.
Is it?
You gotta be kidding me. It's like someone's blood on
What
here.
the? They didn't even give us a magnet. What the?
If there's, hold on, keep looking, keep looking. There's hope. There's hope. What the? Bull. Bull.
What is this?
We might as well check.
That is the tiniest fuel filter I have ever seen.
That's like smaller than that goes in a weed eater.
We're so.
Might as well check the rest of them.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, just check them all.
This is the good pile.
So this one, did this one come out of the box too, or did you guys
No,
take
I
that
took
out?
out one. This is my second one taking out.
Ah.
Empty.
You
We're
can't.
gonna open the spark plug wire box and all gonna be ripped.
Yeah, they're gonna be
You
just
got
cut in
spark
half.
wires? Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Okay.
Are they different?
Well, that ground strap is pushed against.
Oh my goodness.
Take a picture of that.
You know how hard it is to file a return with Rock Auto too?
It is like nearly impossible.
Unnecessarily difficult.
It's okay.
Whoa.
Well, I have JB Weld. We'll just put it back.
Yeah.
I mean, you can fix this. This isn't that big of a deal.
No, that's not. We just need a spark plug gap tool.
No, you just take a pair of needle noses
Wait.
and bring it back out.
Do we only get 4 of them? Or do we get 6?
On 1, 2,
This is
3,
a pack of 4.
3, 4. These are all the good ones, right? Yeah, 5.
Okay, so we did get 6.
Well,
Just
which one's where's the bad one?
Right. Well, part of it's
Well,
here.
there's 2 bad ones.
Were there 2?
The other one was bad.
This was the bad
just
one.
put it back.
The ground
Okay.
strap was bad.
So we got 4 good ones and 2.
Hey, what's this?
That's the fuel filter.
The baby off fuel filter.
The non-existent fuel filter.
Oh, the box is ripped.
Good start. Good start. Oh my goodness. Did they curb stomp this?
Who shipped this?
Rock Auto.
No, who? What?
Oh.
FedEx.
Yeah, FedEx ground.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
The wires look fine.
Live FedEx delivery. So things are going very well, as you can see. Our first parts order did disappoint, but we're gonna go ahead and hit it with some starting fluid and see if it'll turn over.
There's no.
All right, the battery's flat. Once again, going great, going great, guys. Something like that.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Boop.
Well, it runs.
Where's the exhaust coming out? Because that did not sound like it was coming out the back.
Go ahead again.
Poor person windows.
Sorry, I can't have the other window open. It doesn't work. Ready?
Go again. Yeah, go. That motor does not sound.
That does not sound healthy. You heard that too, right?
That
I
motor
felt
does not
it.
sound good.
That thing is clanking.
You might just need a lot of oil. And a lot of Lucas oil.
That sounds like it needed a lot of oil like a few thousand miles ago.
It sounds like it needs a lot. It sounds more top end.
I was gonna say, it did-
The lifters aren't pumped up yet.
Yeah,
Look at that.
this is also true.
It's been sitting for how long?
He said about a year.
The lifters could be out of oil.
Look, everything's probably dry and sticking because it's been sitting for so long
Where's the
with
smoke?
little oil.
I didn't see any smoke, but the exhaust doesn't sound like it's coming out the back.
All I could heard was this.
I
noisy
don't know.
motor.
I was just sitting in the car.
It also only ran for like a half second.
Yeah.
So
We're gonna need to. I can smell a lot of unburnt fuel.
yeah.
There's no fuel going to it. It's all this.
I can smell it. It smells like the Mercedes when I start it. And it doesn't smell good.
Smoky.
Smoky, smoky, smoky.
I guess Joe, go for it again. I'm gonna try and get it to run long enough.
keep it long enough. And I'll
Let me grab my phone too so I can record. We'll send it to
I don't
Felix.
want real.
It's
Spark knock.
yeah, it's got no.
This
oil
is
on
true.
the
This
bottom.
is true. Well. How did you get here?
I don't know. Let's taste it.
It's probably just condensation.
Greasy?
Yeah. No, not really.
Not oil?
It's just water.
Okay, good.
That's good.
It's not terrible.
No.
It's not
There's stuff on
clean.
the bottom. That's probably just rust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely needs a flush.
Look down in there.
That's what I was thinking. It might not hurt to fill it with oil, flush everything, and then fill it again.
Yeah.
A lot of rust deposits in there.
And the tube, yeah.
Especially from condensation from.
I know this thing is already bent. Look how bent that dipstick is.
Since it's been sitting for so long,
That's
with
all
an
rust.
open doohickey valve cover. Yeah. He needs a lot of oil and a whole lot of flushing.
You could say that. He's getting a bath all over. Carb cleaner. I'm spraying everything because why not? Union brake. And that's installed. This doesn't look like it's gonna fit.
You know what I also just realized?
It hits the valve cover when the bolt holes line up.
What?
This hits the valve covers.
Oh yeah, it does.
You know what I also just realized?
That's not gonna work.
This is TPS on it.
It's got what on it?
TPS. Throttle position sensor. I don't see a throttle position sensor plug on the Jeep.
Where does it have?
Where's that a throttle position sensor?
Unless it's automatic.
That's the choke. 12 volt choke. That hits the valve cover.
We'll just sand the valve cover down.
Yeah, we already got
It's
new ones
not
coming.
anything worse than what's on this Jeep already.
We're gonna have to break some bad news to him tomorrow morning. See, the other big thing about this is, like I mentioned, Felix is in Germany, so he's,
Oh, there we go.
6 hours ahead of us?
I think that. Yes,
6
he's
hours.
6 hours ahead of us.
Yeah, so whenever we
647.
have news like this late at night, we have to, it's gonna be the first thing he wakes up to in the morning.
He's probably. What time is it now?
It's 1 o'clock over there.
Okay, yeah, he might be
Okay,
awake.
it's 2 o'clock.
He might
over
be
there.
awake.
It's 2 a.m., but it's also a Monday night, so. I mean, here, that's
I
still
told him
off.
to call us, and he did not.
This is about right for this one up here.
This side is not right yet. All right, that's probably right.
Do you have
It still
bolts?
hits.
No, not yet. No, look, there's a bolt hole right here. This might be able to slide backwards a little.
Well.
It's usually easier when it's the right carb for the right car.
Yeah.
It does tend to make it easier.
Is this hood gonna close with an air cleaner on it?
That's also a valid question because this sits very high. When we have one in there, we can test fit it.
Might as well.
Let's test fit it. Oh yeah, no, that's totally not closing.
That's not closing.
No, you got it.
No way.
Yeah.
It definitely looks like it's hitting. Hitting?
Hold up. No.
What is hitting then?
No, it's not. It's not hitting.
Well, here, take it off. I'll just take that out real quick. See if it closes now.
Oh,
Yeah, that doesn't help.
put that back on.
It will be okay. It will be close, but it will be okay.
I'll try it again.
What was the hood thing?
Okay, but that'll close.
It'll close on it. I mean, it's probably not going to be happy, but
Yeah.
nothing's ever happy. Yeah.
All right.
That thing barely reaches this anyway.
It doesn't. Well, it's also not bolted down fully. That doesn't look straight though. Like
That's
this
lined
bottom
up
doesn't
there.
look straight. It looks bent already.
That's lined up there. That needs to come over. That needs to come over. Valve cover's in the way. Cable doesn't reach it.
Is this carburetor off this motor?
No, not at all. It was
not
just because
sure.
he said it would fit the intake.
Okay, but it doesn't fit the motor.
Yeah. I still don't know why there's like gravel in the radiator.
Wait, what?
Oh, you didn't see that yet?
There's rocks inside. No, pebbles.
Yeah, it was probably It was probably well water with sediment, and the sediment just conformed together.
That's a lot of sediment.
I was gonna
know,
say
I'm
that's
lying.
that's what my well takes to collect on the back of our toilet tank in like 4 years.
I know, I'm lying.
Yeah, you like that?
Okay.
I don't even know where that mounts. Like I've been looking
Nowhere to
around.
mount it. You gotta self-tapper it to the firewall.
I don't know. On a 4-liter, they mount down here, but this is not a 4-liter.
Great observation.
I wish it was a 4-liter, because then at least we'd have some resident experts here.
At least you guys have vacuum advance. So that'll be nice. You just plug it in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good that you have that, because without that, everything would suck.
Oh, dude, sweet! I just found an old razor blade. Hold on.
Awesome.
I'm up to date on my
use that
tetanus
tonight.
shots. We're good.
Nice.
Nice. That's.
That's so cool.
How long oh, it's back in there. Oh, my bad. How long do you think it's been down there?
Years.
Well, about 5 seconds now that I just dropped it again. But
What's this? What is this?
what is what?
No.
I don't know what that is.
That's the one. We said that was probably the coolant temp sensor down there, but that kind of looks
That's-
like
I
it
think that's the
also would be a
coolant
coolant
sensor.
temp sensor.
But this also looks like a coolant temp sensor.
That's what I'm saying.
And there's,
This
a
one's
plug
probably-
here for another coolant temp
I
sensor.
have
gonna be a
questions. I have
pressure
lots and lots
sensor.
of questions. Hit it. Battery pack. Hold on.
Stop, you mother. The battery pack's dead.
Yeah. I got mine.
That motor's not sound good.
I do not think that's lack of oil.
It sounds like spark knock.
That sounds like he's.
Ready to watch. No effort at all.
That should definitely be on cider. Don't need to do that because there's none there. We noticed that.
Correct.
But we've decided that why not just take off the valve covers and see what we're working with. We can honestly take off this hose too because there's nothing in it.
We're not working with much. Let's just say that.
Get the AC lines out of the way because that is also not connected.
There's also no coolant in there anyway, so it's not even worth it.
That's so small, baby.
Oh.
I guess there is some water. That's not the right color.
What?
That is chocolate milk.
guess
Somebody
what's-
put chocolate milk in there.
Butters? Is it butters? Can you want to taste it?
Are we sponsored?
I wish.
Dude.
They might as well sponsor me at this point. I have bought at least 5 gallons of Rutter's chocolate milk in the past month.
You
Heck,
mean
the past 2
week?
weeks.
The
Yeah.
past week.
Honestly.
What are you talking about?
Please sponsor me.
2 weeks.
Nice.
Of course, it's all running to the
That's
So this one actually has 3.
floor.
3.
There's another one missing right there.
There's another one. Oh my goodness. And this is the one that's cracked
Can
too.
you see it in there? See it missing?
Yeah. What in the world? that looks so bad. Look
So I
at
took out
valve
look what's in here. It's like glittery.
Yeah, I told you that over here.
Is there one over here?
Oh wait.
Probably not.
There is. Let's see how loose this one is.
Did you even try to crank that thing?
I mean, I'm
Just broke
I'm-
right
I'm
loose.
Twisting it.
Yeah. So that valve cover had 4 holding it down. You probably just tuck that underneath it here. Just use this to pin it. Whatever fell, who knows? Oh, there's more of that crap being pumped in. That is 100% just straight water in there, with some little
What's
rocky
holding this
rocks.
on?
Holding what? The valve cover? Probably what's left of the gasket.
Say Bondo and gasket, I'd have to say.
Here.
Do you have like a rubber mallet? Actually, it doesn't matter. Replace it anyways. Why is it on there so bad? 1, 2.
Oh my goodness.
That's
Look at all
gone,
the silicone. under
That's
it.
gone. That's gone.
There is so much silicone under there.
Probably because the bolts aren't moving.
I was gonna say, I guarantee that's what it was. It was just extra silicone to make up for the lack of bolts. Oh, looks like it started to peel there a little bit.
I'm trying to like shock it with this. It sounds like plastic. Maybe because this is plastic. Do you have like a screwdriver instead of that?
No. Yeah, I got a screwdriver.
So I know you do. I've seen it. Oh my goodness. It's flexing like it's definitely just silicone. What's that?
That is the 3.1 in the Cavalier.
What was wrong with it?
That is what a 60-degree V6 sounds like with spark on 2 cylinders and no gas.
I don't want to like dent the head. That's the thing. Because they're probably aluminum heads.
Nothing matters.
Oh my goodness.
Feeling?
Yes.
Look at all the smoke coming up now.
Bro.
Sweet mother of gasket.
That's all silicone. That's it. No gas.
Oh my god.
All the rock arms tight.
I mean, no.
So it's probably a little bit of the noise.
That's got to be some of it. That one's got some play to it. So 3 of them have good play to them.
4.
4. That one's real tight.
This one's good. So 4 out of 6.
4 out of 6. I mean, that's failing, but
Good lord.
that oil doesn't look too hot in there either. That kind of looks watery up there, does it not?
It's probably some of it's by condensation.
I'm gonna hope so.
That's very thin if it's oil.
A lot of water in there. It smells like gas.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you're cooked.
Like,
Actually,
smell that and tell me that doesn't smell like gas.
Well, yeah, it does.
it does smell like gas a little bit.
You know what the oil smelled like in the Camaro
Oh,
when I
hey,
figured out the motor?
we're
was gas.
We're spraying into it with an open, broken.
Yeah, but here's another thing. If the rings are shot, it's mixing fuel and gas, which is not good.
I'm telling you, my
Same
rocker arms
thing.
were doing the same thing in the Camaro when I figured out the motor was and the oil smelled like gas.
There's so much smoke coming out of it.
Well, we still do have one other valve cover to take off.
If it smells like it in this one, then we have a problem. But this one has a hole right here, which we
That's-
sprayed
yeah, I
all
guess
of the
that is.
starting fluid right there.
Then it smells
This is true, but it should make it smell like starting fluid and not gas.
Can you find a regular ratchet for me?
No.
We're making our way into the future with these fancy schmancy power tools.
I know, like, I don't even know what this is. They're so tiny.
I know.
Take it.
Okay. Does this one have all 6 on it?
I think so.
I like how half of these aren't even bolts at this point. It's just,
I can't even see it.
yeah.
But it's got,
Oh, I just dented it.
That's fine.
the other one had a hole in it.
That's true.
Oh
Ooh.
my god.
Oh my goodness, look inside of that.
Jesus, rust.
Holy rust.
Oh, that PCV was connected to nothing.
Look at that. Oh my goodness. Go back, start over again.
Ready?
Okay,
One.
okay. Okay. That second to
6 out of
last
6.
that second to last one was. And then look at that oil down there too. That looks it's thin again.
That's green.
Yeah, it's green.
That's green.
Why would there be coolant up there?
You know the GM28
Wait,
is
this was
famously
filled with
known
water.
for head gaskets.
Yeah, I don't know why it's green.
I mean, how's it mixing up there? I mean, if it's pumping bad oil all around. We haven't even drained the oil yet. We don't even know what that looks like.
Probably terrible.
Shall we?
Sure.
With how everything else is going, we've decided to just drain the oil now to see what kind of,
Suffering.
yeah, I don't know what we're looking at, but we're about to find out.
It's probably, threads are probably a little dirty.
Oh yeah.
Is that pan gonna catch it? It's pretty far out.
Yeah.
Looks like it.
Thing's gonna get covered in oil. I should have never doubted you.
Oh.
Ooh,
Oh, that's milk.
it's very gray.
Oh.
Last time I fought blown piston rings, that's exactly what my gas looked like. Or
Your gas?
pretty much gas and fuel because it was the same thing. Or gas and oil, not gas and fuel.
We did just add a quart of fresh oil, and it
That's also true.
didn't help.
It's like, it's not glittery. I mean, it's a little shiny.
We'll run a magnet through it and smell
No.
it a little bit.
Oh, dude.
Oh.
There's chunks.
You guys are
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
see. I
that's
see.
fresh
It's glittery.
you guys are
Where's
I see it.
Felix is going to have a very rough morning.
Yeah. That's what the glove looks like it.
Oh, look
Is that
look
glitter
look
on the
it now.
inside? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Look how shiny it is. Reflecting off my. Look at on the exhaust. Brother.
Huh.
It's so shiny.
Y'all are checking off all the boxes. It's milky, glittery. Do you see that? I hope the camera's capturing how this looks.
Look in the
It's
pan.
frothy.
That's just air. Oh yeah, look at it coming out now.
I'm gonna blow up this video so we can watch it afterwards just to get an instant replay on this. It'll be like college sports highlights, like Kevin Ware breaking his leg and his bone comes out of his leg on Easter morning.
Do we want to lift the front of it up a little bit more so we can get more of the gunk out? Or does it not even matter?
I think we've gotten every answer we need right here.
Yeah.
Do you have any fresh oil?
I have a few quarts.
We just put a quart in
I was
it.
just saying.
That has a quart of fresh oil in it right now. You gotta remember
this
that.
is one fresh quart in it.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
So the fix is giving it 6 quarts of Lucas Oil Max.
Every 20 miles?
Yes.
We'll change every 20 miles.
Oh my god.
Rip the dream. I can probably put my magnet under there and catch that. Nah.
Nah.
Yeah, it's coming towards a little bit.
A little bit. I can't even
I
see
don't
it
know.
in this
Put,
angle.
put it flush with the exhaust, and then there you go.
I mean, that'll at least give me an idea of if there's metal on the bottom, which there is a little bit.
Hey, it's okay. All the rust is magnetic too.
Pouring some fresh oil in there just to see what comes out the bottom, if anything.
We don't have a light down here anymore.
This is also true.
Whoa, hey, hi. Oil.
Coming out.
No, it's
Just a
falling
little
on
bit of
me.
glitter slowly coming out.
It's leaking out the side.
It's leaking out the
onto
side.
me.
It's leaking everywhere on the
Yeah, I
side.
spilled it.
Well, stop spilling it.
Sorry. More's coming your way.
Dude, this is just straight glitter coming out.
Oh, there we go. There's new oil.
Oh, do you see how much glitter you rubbed around when you did that?
Yeah.
Dude, it's like you're painting a pretty
What the-
picture. Alright, transmission dipstick is down here. While we're unleashing bad news after bad news, why don't we just go ahead and pull this and see what happens. I can't really see much, but that certainly doesn't look red. Doesn't smell great. Looks pretty gray, and
Well, the thing is, you can't get an accurate reading.
I was gonna say you're not gonna get much, but just to see what we can pick up if there's any residue.
Because it won't stay running.
Yeah, I know.
It's probably all leaked out too. So we're probably just left with whatever gunk is in there. Yeah, I can't see anything.
I got a bit of gray metallic off earlier, but yeah, just smells kind of like your Mercedes did, just not as strong.
Can we sniff it? I'm an expert on Burt transmissions. Oh boy. If we drop the pan, it'll be foul. Oh boy.
Yeah. All right. Stuff like this is the reason I drink, and I'm not talking about alcohol. We are going to go ahead and call it a night here. Obviously not the night that we intended on having, but we made some breakthroughs that are definitely going to be important to find now rather than later. We're going to call Felix tomorrow, see what he wants to do, whether we just give it a flush, whether we just call it here and then decide that we're towing it, or whether we actually decide to get doing some work on it. Once again, we have 17 days and we still have to do a whole bunch of suspension work on here. What is to come is yet to be determined. Anyways, we'll catch you when we have the next progress update. 15 days now until December 4th. Today's date is Wednesday, the 19th of November. We have an update on the status situation for what we plan to do to get to Oklahoma, so I figured I'd fill you in on that. We conferred with Felix, as we said that we would, and the decision was made that we were going to truck and trailer it out there instead of driving it. However, we're still going to try to get it up and running so that it can be driven on and off the trailer under its own power. The journey will still be taking place over the same time frame. We'll just have some more time to relax, and hopefully things will go smoothly with this on the back. So today is going to bring more goodies. We got some coolant. We got some oil to refill, and then an oil to do an oil flush. $16 for 5 quarts, you can't beat that. box from Jegs, box from Rock Auto, box from Rock Auto, box from Rock Auto. Live unboxing reaction.
Why is it nothing?
Okay. What is he? He is a DR457 RBLG. Proper cutting tool. Looks like a distributor cap.
It is a distributor.
Wow. Oh, it matches.
Color matched.
Awesome. Christmas morning. Why didn't they just put those both in that box?
Yeah. It probably came at a different warehouse. They do that sometimes.
Oh.
Dude. Well. What do we have here? That's a great question.
Distributor rotor?
No, this can't be the rotor. Is it? Is it?
Rotor.
Jeez, what the?
Old school, son.
My rotor doesn't look anything
Awesome.
like this.
Awesome. This one's pregnant.
Oh, these are valve cover?
I missed the fun bubble wrap that you could pop.
This kind?
No, this stuff sucks. You can't pop it.
Oh, wait. What?
I know.
Oh.
Anyways. Valve covers. And new headlights. Final box from Jegs. Know exactly what's in here. We didn't know it was in the other ones, but I ordered this one. So I can tell you. Dude,
A hat?
a Jegs hat? Okay, I'm keeping this. And there's gaskets, because this gasket, that's for the air cleaner.
Oh, okay.
So Jegs hat, which goes crazy, actually. Gasket. Bolts and hardware.
Bless.
And then the valve covers themselves.
Wow.
This is just becoming an unboxing channel. These are blindingly bright. Fancy. Shoo-wee. Might as well get going on the easy stuff. We're going to go ahead and knock out those headlights. I'm going to replace both of them. But this one primarily because it is full of, I don't know, not blinker fluid. Headlight fluid? Whatever you want to call it. Here we go. New headlight is in and installed. The old one is completely full of water, and I don't know where it would have leaked in from because I was shaking it around and nothing was happening. You can see in there the old actual bulb piece is shaking around and it just completely fell off, which would explain why it didn't work. So I'm going to go ahead, hop in, and flip the switch, and it should work both low and high beam now. Well, that didn't work. So only the high beams work. So before we tested it, the high beam worked in this one, the low beam didn't work, so that's unchanged there. And this one just didn't work at all. If I replace this one and the low beam still doesn't work, even with the new bulb in there, then we're facing another problem, an electrical gremlin of some sort. This keeps getting better. Second headlight in. Let's go ahead and test it, see if we get low beams on this one. High beams.
Still not.
We're looking good. We're looking to be in real good shape here. All right, another issue to look into. Threw the studs in just to see if the carb would fit on top. And it's gonna smash my fingers unless I pull them out in time. Nope, it still smashed my fingers, but it fits. With a gasket in there, it will fit. The only thing that we really gotta address is this lever down here, which is right in the valve train.
Well,
if you're thinking, I don't think a 4-barrel comes with this, you'd be right, it doesn't. But yeah, you make a good point. If we don't put the valve cover back
If we
on,
leave the valve covers off, we can just run it like that.
we'll have to consistently cycle oil somehow, but
If I leave it wide open 24/7, that might clear.
yeah. Full throttle all the time.
We'll put an oil drum on top, and then just have it with a line that gravity feeds the engine with oil.
That, or you could have like a little squeeze, like hand pump, like you do for the blood pressure thing.
Awesome.
We
I
need
think
more oil. He's running dry.
We're coming up with some good ideas here. Upon our searchings for a fuel delivery source, we found that this hard line here comes off of the fuel pump, the mechanical fuel pump that is. There's an inline fuel pump back there that is hooked up here and does not run anything, and it is fed by the Romex that just sits loosely up there. On the topic of fuel, we have a lot of spray foam down there beyond the fuel cap, a concerning amount, one might say. And when doing an investigation for the headlight, we found some connectors and some things that are just jerry-rigged here, tapped off, whatever you want to call it, and a zip-tied throttle up there. Concerning it as well is the connector down there, which looks like it is beginning to melt. I can't really zoom in too much, but if you look at it there, you can see that there's some scorch marks. So just for test purposes, because I don't know how we're going to get this hard line without a barb in it, and we don't know if it works for sure, we want to see if this electric pump works before we go ahead and rip everything out. This is, the more you don't look at it, please don't look at it, but you tap it, it should come on. And he just threw up, so it works at least. I don't know what the pressure is set to because the regulator screw is completely loose, which is once again a very reassuring sign.
What?
Yeah.
Cut.
Carburetor bench testing. It definitely dispenses fuel, and the fuel pump definitely works. Beyond that, though, I don't really think that got us anywhere. We tried to go ahead and get this off. Did not work. Just kind of started to round the bolt a little bit, so we stopped until we can get a better grip on it. Didn't really do too much. Crank this a little bit. All of the rockers do move, so we know that there's at least camshaft rotation as there should be. Outside of that, I mean, this works, but it leaks a whole bunch. And it's taped up pretty badly here, and we're not getting much progress on trying to get that all good to go. So I don't really know what we're gonna do with this. This is a prime testament as to why none of us are actual mechanics, more so just project hobbyists and joyous, but whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I don't even know what this video is gonna end up being about. Just kind of us working on the Jeep, if I even upload it. So I guess we'll see. Just stuff the rag back down the intake. Keep from crap getting in. 12 days until we leave. It is November 22nd. It is a Saturday, and I am getting started on this much later than I anticipated. I've been kind of the man with no plan when it comes to this whole thing here, but I have some ideas. Let me tell you what I'm thinking. So we have some rockers that seem good and some rockers that don't seem good. Some are real loose, and then some feel nice and tight. Not tight, but just snug like they should. What I'm thinking is we have to replace the spark plugs anyway, so without pulling the intake, because that's a whole new can of worms that we don't want to get into. We'll pull the spark plugs, look inside, see where the piston is sitting within the cylinder, get an idea of when it's at or close to top dead center, have a borescope too so we can peek down and look and see if we see anything substantial inside. But we'll get it up, adjust them, just tighten them up a little bit, nothing crazy, and then go on to the next and on to the next. Crank the engine by hand as we do this whole ordeal and make sure that it feels good. Give it a couple crank overs by hand, and as long as we like the feel of everything, feeling just a little bit more snug, we'll go on with putting the valve covers on. Now, there's still a ton of gasket material here that I'm really not liking, a lot of crud buildup and whatnot. And, of course, there's a whole bunch of sludge in here that we're going to have to get the oil flush in here to get rid of, but that's not necessarily going to be tonight's project. I'd like to get the valve covers on tonight as a minimum, so I'm going to go ahead and start scraping away at what's in there. Not perfect, but better. The mating surface here is at least pretty clean and polished up, so that's gonna be enough. We'll give it one last wipe down. I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum out a little bit of the crap in there. The other side is just about the same. It's as good as we could get it for what we've got, and it's kind of brake cleaned, acetone down a little bit, so it feels smooth. I like it. I'd be happy with it if it was my car. Gonna pull the plug wires. I got them labeled here. I looked up the firing order for this, which I actually thought was pretty interesting. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which I don't think I've ever seen before, but I guess it makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, yeah, I'm gonna sandwich in under here, but I like the brake booster hose, which just is not connected to anything. It's always reassuring.
Those are the tightest things in the motor so
I was gonna say it's tighter than the valve covers were.
Yeah, put it in there. Trash can.
Yeah, we've been throwing all our engine scraps and bolts and rust chunks in there. Oh my goodness.
Which is,
I think it looks like charcoal.
it's not, actually, it's not, honestly not terrible.
I mean, it's definitely, looks like there's a little bit of oil on there, but that's probably also brake cleaner and oil that came off when we took off the valve covers.
I can't tell if there's fuel in there.
It definitely reeks of fuel.
It's either fuel or brake clean.
Well, it's got to be fuel too because it's been running so rich. That's another thing too that I don't know if I mentioned. Felix did tell us that this thing ran so rich that it would almost immediately stall out because it flooded completely. So he said that that's probably why there's oil and fuel in the crankcase together, which would make sense. But we'll set these aside as we pull them. NGKs we got in there right now.
Ooh,
Ooh,
that one is soaked.
you could say that. How's that smell?
Not good.
Yeah, that's
It's dripping.
oh my goodness. On to the next. There we go. There we go. See, that felt right. That didn't feel over tightened.
Well, I couldn't get it to burn.
A little charred again, but not terrible. It's probably the best looking one so far.
It hasn't ran in what, a year?
Yeah. No, this one looks the best. So at least one cylinder was alright.
Dead cylinder.
Yeah, probably. Oh my goodness.
Why is all the batteries bad?
That's a lot of oil. Like, that's actively dripping on the floor.
Alrighty.
That's,
Brake clean, fuel, and oil.
yeah, I was gonna say, that's exactly what I was about to say. Wow. Wow. Nice. We're gonna go in and see if there's anything worthwhile inside while we're here.
Actually looks pretty clean.
I was gonna say, that looks good.
I just can't turn it really.
Yeah.
I don't know what's that dimple.
I don't know, maybe we'll see if the others have it.
They all have it.
It looks pretty good too. I don't see any significant pitting just from a quick first glance.
That cylinder's also up.
I was gonna say
What's
that,
that hole for?
I don't know.
It's
But
gotta be
it looks
for a
way
spark.
too clean to be something that broke. Somebody knows, tell us in the comments. Last one we're going into had oil in it, so
That one's bad.
That's-
I can tell.
there's a lot of oil inside of there, yeah.
That piston's also all the way up.
But no, that, I don't even know how well this is coming out on camera.
No, I don't. There you go.
You can see grease on there. She's oily. Perhaps then there is a blown out ring in there.
Yeah, they all have that little dimple in it. I just saw it. Yeah, see it?
Looks fine again though.
That piston's up. It's clean.
I was gonna say, I'm not seeing any scoring or anything that's damaged. Nothing seems to have broken in there. That's about what I'd expect.
A little dirty,
I was
but
gonna say it's probably just because it's been sitting for so friggin' long. There's a lot of oil in the, oh, a little wet down in that corner. See some oil on there.
yeah, I just can't really like turn it. Oh, there we go. I don't know.
I'm not a mechanic, but I don't see anything horribly concerning.
No, not at all.
I think our final plan of action for tonight is going to be to raise up the pistons and actually snug these down a little bit, kind of like we were saying, and then go ahead, pull the oil filter, and cut it open to see what's inside. I have a filter cutter here tonight, and I'm very curious to see that. Alright, I'm cranking this by hand down here. Tyler is feeling around and looking inside to see where the piston's sitting inside of the cylinder, so we're going to use that to see, once again, where everything is sitting so we can get some rocker arms snug down a little bit.
Keep going. Alright, right there. That should be top of the center for this.
So right now I've got a good idea of the fact that this is up top. So our method here is sticking the screwdriver in. That is in maybe, with the head of the spark plug there, it's probably just about clearing it. So that's barely in. This whole little inch-long piece isn't even fully in yet, so we can tell the pistons at the top. Even at the top, there's still a lot of play in both of the rockers, which is why, like I said, we're just going to snug it down a little bit. Now, underneath of there, I got a good idea of how this thing cranks when I actually pull it by hand to see. So I have an idea of how loose and how tight it should feel. So we're just going to I asked Felix what he wanted to do for spec and everything. I asked him what valve lash spec was on here, and he said just make them tight.
Make them tight.
So I'm going to go ahead and do that.
Good.
Sure. All right, torque spec here. Watch it just, snap. Why aren't you getting tighter? Honestly, it's still got a little bit of play, but it's definitely tighter. I'm more comfortable with that than it was before.
Yeah. Shouldn't it have a little lash to it?
It should have a little bit, so and then versus this one. So give that one a little bit. That's why I said I don't want to go tight. Maybe I'll back it off a hair if I don't like it. But
yeah, that was pretty bad.
This is tight.
Well, that's because the valve... Is the valve up on that or down?
I don't know. After further consensus and deliberation, we've made the executive decision to not go ahead and tighten all those down until we have a good set of feeler gauges to throw in there. I'm getting a million conflicting answers, and I know that Felix's torque spec was tight, but in my head, it's just not going to sit right if we do something, say, oh, it should be fine, and then we bend a push rod or something worse. So I'd rather not go ahead and mess something up, especially if it isn't my vehicle. If it was my own car, I'd just go ahead and slap it tight and throw it back together, but I'd feel pretty terrible messing somebody else's stuff up. So we're just going to go ahead and leave that here. I'll come back to those tomorrow. Like I said at the beginning of tonight's clips, I'm a man with no plan. I just kind of come in, start throwing stuff together, and then get mad when it doesn't work. So we're going to go ahead now and pull the oil filter like I was saying. I've got the oil filter cutter. It's brand new, so hopefully it should cut through with ease. And then I'm very curious to see how nasty the inside is. Will we see metal shavings? Will we just pour out a whole bunch of gas and it'll look like a fuel filter? I don't know. There's only one way to find out. I use my channel lock plier grip hands to get this oil filter off, and this gasket seems pretty sticky. It's seeping oil, and I can't believe I actually made that in their first try. But I'll give that a minute to drain, and then I'll pull it off the rest of the way. Like that? Maybe the camera picks it up well, maybe it can't, but you see that in there?
Kinda.
Here we got the Quega 66490 oil filter cutter, oil filter cutting tool for filter cutting range 1 3/4 inch to 5 3/4 inch. Made in China.
Good quality.
This is an unboxing video. It looks like these are probably the blades to cut through it, because as far as I'm aware, this is just a giant can opener. Which,
basically.
if I look, that's already got, those are just spare wheels, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
This thing looks pretty simplistic to use. Oh, I see. Thank you, Quagia.
I was buying that. I'm like, I don't even know how to pronounce this brand, but I'm gonna buy it.
Let's see who knows that good stuff. Let's get the can opening here. I want to be pleasantly surprised and see no metal shavings in here, but if it's full of metal, it'll make for a cooler story.
It would.
It'll just be very unfortunate for Felix, who's probably watching this video and not too thrilled with how this is going. We're trying to do our best here, Felix. I'm trying my best.
It's probably like a pipe cutter.
Yeah, it's biting. I can feel it. But it's hard to rotate it when it is covered in oil.
Are you supposed to tighten that much?
I don't know, but even when it's looser, it's damn near impossible to do it. I just work here, man. I've never used one of these before, if you can't tell. Maybe
Yeah,
I'll just try to break this seal here.
yeah,
That
how
probably
about-
makes more sense. Yeah, there are 3 brain cells in my head, and they're all fighting each other. And they're all in last place. It also doesn't help that my hands are covered in oil. That's a harder seal to break. That definitely ain't right.
The best paper towel ever.
Yeah. Something like that.
There you go. And then tighten it, and then rotate, tighten, rotate.
Take 2, or whatever this is at this point. Life's hard. It's harder when you don't think. That's the thing, I got this cut up here and this one down here. It's not helping if they're not lined up.
Well, you could probably just stick a screwdriver in here and then peel it backwards.
That's what I'm thinking. So it looks like there's another metal lip inside of there. Let's try that. We'll take it. It's like first try, right? Little plunger ring.
That piece should, the whole thing should come out.
It wants to come out, but what do you got to hide in there? Gloves would not have been a terrible idea,
No.
but we are too late for that now, aren't we? Slid down more. Slide out, why don't you? No?
There you go. I see rust.
Yeah, there's definitely... That's what the inside of the valve covers look like. Look at that in there, too. You
Oh,
see all
yeah.
that? That's
Oh, yeah, you
glitter.
can see on the camera.
Yeah, there's chunks of stuff down there, too. You can see it kind of looks wavy. Maybe I'll put a magnet in there. We'll see if we can pull. Sacrificing the end of my flashlight here to go fishing. Oh, there's a little sump in there almost. Yeah, look at all that sludge on the end of it. Oh, yeah. You hear that? That's gritty. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that is... If I put this on my flashlight,
Let me see your finger again.
it's pulling off onto the flashlight. You see that? That is all metal. This side ain't
Is it
bad.
gritty?
Yeah. It feels like there's sand in my fingers right now. Oh my goodness.
I can hear it.
Yeah.
Is that rust? It might be. I wonder if it's rust.
Regardless, it's metal that shouldn't be in there.
Yeah.
I can feel some on the bottom too. We're going fishing. This is why I buy myself nice stuff, to completely f it up like this. You see that? You can see the ring on the end of it from where it's attached to the magnet.
Oh, I can hear it.
There's shavings galore down there.
Oh, yeah.
Shoo, buddy. On the inside cartridge, you can see all this
I don't know if you can see it on
crap
camera.
built up.
It's my...
Every single passageway, you can actually physically hear it pulling apart. And that's a chunk of the inside of the valve cover that we were seeing that rust. So who knows how long it was like that? And of course, that's some of the paper tearing as well, but I mean, if I go digging in here, yeah, it's just about confirming everything we already thought. Look at all that at the bottom. That. All sludge. You can see it reflecting, all the
God, yeah.
sparkles. Looks like we're looking at a planetarium right now.
Disco ball.
All the stars in the sky. So, begs the question, if the inside of the pistons look good, where's this all coming from? Gonna call it a night. The only thing that we're gonna do is leave this all apart so we can throw feeler gauges on it tomorrow or whenever we get to it next. Tighten things down, valve covers on, get breathers for that, gotta buy them. Still work to be done. We have 12 days, so if it'll at least turn over, that'll be cool, and maybe we can get it to move under its own power. I don't know. Yeah, I said that last time too. I don't even know what the premise of this video is gonna be. It was gonna be us busting to get this thing fixed, and then getting it fixed, and then getting it on the road, and then going on a big road trip in this thing, and now it's going to be on a truck and trailer, and it's going to be getting towed. But maybe we can get it started. Maybe we can get it started, and I think I'm still going to document the road trip. I'm gonna stop talking because I don't have any words prepared. I'm just spewing shit out of my mouth at this point. I'm back, November 25th, 9 days until we leave. Once again, I have close to no plan as to what I'm doing on this thing tonight, so I'm just gonna kind of tinker around with it and see where I get and what my progress is. I actually had a phone call with Felix earlier, and he kind of asked what the structure for the YouTube video was going to be, and I told him I really have absolutely no idea, because the whole plan was to fix it up, show us fixing it up, and then road trip it out to Oklahoma, and now it is not driving to Oklahoma, it's being towed. On that note, Mr. and Mrs. Valve Cover sit here nice and shiny, and I've got an Advanced Auto Special oil cap, and breather, and oil cap. Both sit in there nicely. Put a little bit of oil around the outside ridge there to push it in and slide it in nice and easy. It is nice and firm in there. It is not coming out on its own. So that's what I like to see. I'm also glad that it fit because I absolutely decimated the packaging that it came in. So there will be absolutely no chance that I could return this in the state that it's in. Check out this old little breather here. Look at all that tape that held it in for who knows how long. It's seen better days. Tinker with it a little more. This line is completely seizing that old fuel pump, so I tightened up things here. Maybe it was leaking from the hose and not from back here. I don't know. It was definitely leaking when we hooked up the electric fuel pump at the regulator, but I tuned it down a good bit. We'll throw that on later and test it. I'm just looking for things to tinker with because we're about to go to dinner, and then we'll come back and finish adjusting the valves like we were before. The strategy this time is going to be kind of to get them like they were last time, talk with some mechanic friends, other Tyler, if you will, and he said that if the push rods can spin a little bit, but they're on pretty firm, it should be good, or at least a good starting point. They're not going to be adjusted 100% like I was saying, and absolute worst case scenario, the valves will probably just be stuck open, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. These ones which are more loose, we're going to focus on next all the way around. Some feel good, some don't, and I've repeated myself like 50 times here, so you get the gist. I'll catch you after dinner. Dinner's over. Back to valve adjustment. Gonna go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the rocker arms are adjusted, at least somewhat. Not to spec, obviously, but just a little bit more snug than before when in top dead center. Threw in some feeler gauges, got an idea, but for whatever it's worth, they can't be super done right because the lifters are not yet primed with oil. See some of them like that one. Get a lot of play out of that going up and down. Whether it's a lifter issue or whether it's out of oil, who knows, but that seems to be, even for not being charged, a lot of play.
This probably is out of oil. There's the oils. Yeah, the lifters haven't been pumped up.
Yeah, Tyler said, and he's right, this thing has been sitting for a year now, so it hasn't seen too much action.
And we ran it for, what, 30 seconds and then drained the oil out of it?
Maybe a minute.
It had no chance to really circulate motor through the oil. Or circulate oil through the motor. There we go.
Yeah. The only real way to actually get this thing adjusted 100% and based off of sound and feel would be to get this running and then adjust these rockers, but obviously it's not going to be running tonight. So, spark plugs, might as well do those next. I have the boxes here because they all came individually packaged. Obviously we're going to be down at least one because this one came shattered in 2 pieces and is unusable. So there's absolutely 0 point in trying to reuse that for any reason. AutoZone has a new one on order. Advance Auto, wherever I got it from. I should probably remember because I have to pick it up tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and unbox the other ones, give them all a visual inspection, and then set gap. Gap should be about 0.04045, so we'll set it there. This one's already looking better than the other one. So this one here, as you can see on the camera, is a little crushed up here towards the electrode. But if I can bend it back into place, it doesn't look cracked or damaged. I'd trust it. So there's 5 for 6 spark plugs that we can use. That's a passing grade, but still not 100%. Let's throw them in. Now, obviously, 5 is not 6. Other one is coming in the mail tomorrow, like I said. We'll get cylinders 1 through 5. of the research we've been doing on this engine has been coming from Google. Google says that torque should be somewhere between 11 and 15 foot-pounds, according to various forums that I'm reading. So, I'm going to set it to about 13, somewhere in the middle, right there, and then torque them down one by one. Something here feels mildly sacrilegious about installing only 5 spark plugs. Maybe it's because I know it's not enough. Maybe it's because I'm not used to 5 cylinders. Maybe it's because I'm not used to 6 cylinders. More of an 8-cylinder man myself, if I do say so. Now, while I have more things that I can do, I think I'm going to wrap up after a couple more small things just because I want to get a decent amount of sleep tonight. Tomorrow is Wednesday, day after is Thanksgiving, and it would be a great way to start off the rest of my Thanksgiving week if I got some good sleep tonight. So, I'm not going to put on the valve covers because I still have one of my spark plug ports open on the side, and it's a lot easier to access if there are no valve covers installed. The oil drain plug and filter are still open and exposed. It's nice and clean and dry in here, so we left it open so that anything else can drizzle out when we're pushing anything else through the engine, cranking it over for a quick second or two just to see if the rockers are moving, yada yada yada. But since things are going to start to get buttoned back together, it only makes sense that I start going from the bottom up. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw in the drain plug, the oil filter, clean up, and then hopefully be out of here by 9:45. Drain plug! $3 Super Tech Walmart oil filter. I would trust my life with it. I'm going to call tonight's work here. It is 9:40 and I'm right on schedule. So I'm going to clean up the rest of my wrenches and be out of here in 3 minutes. Spark plug! November 26th now. 8 days until December 4th when we plan to leave. Let's throw this in. I'm going to go ahead now and to get the valve covers put on, just so that there's no plug wires hanging around here anywhere. I'll make sure that the mating surface is all cleaned up there. Scraped it pretty good the other day and it felt good, but I'll wipe it down one last time by hand, just to make sure that I like it. Valve cover gasket. Can you tell which part is new under the hood here? Perhaps the valve covers, which are blinding the sun rays right into my eyes from the lights above? I'm going to go ahead and fill it with oil. I might as well now, and then probably not do too much more. Brandon came and distracted me, which is totally my fault because I gave in and started playing on my phone, and then he started playing on his phone, and yeah, I lost some time here. But I've just been coming back and forth tinkering with this here and there, so not really different than any other night. About 4 quarts in there now. The reason that I don't like chrome too much, honestly, is because I'm very clumsy. You can see all of the oil that I spilled on the outside and the fingerprints there. I'm going to pull the dipstick. As long as I like what I see, I'm going to go ahead and crank it a little bit just to get some oil cycle through the crankcase because it is not running quite some time and it has been sitting dry. Still has a really healthy crank to it. It sounds pretty good when it's actually cranking like that. But now that some oil has moved, I'll check the dipstick, see if I still like it. If I like it, I'll probably call it a night here and come back to work on it a bit on Friday, because tomorrow's Thanksgiving. That's all for tonight. I am hours late to where I told somebody that I'd be hours ago, so I'm going to make sure that I take care of my other priorities now. Until next time. November 30th, Black Friday, 6 days until anticipated departure. I am going to go ahead and put the plug wires on. Alright, apparently that's not how you properly install them. Similar to the NGK wires that I ordered from my 1963 Ford Galaxie 500, these are very, very long. But they fit, and they all clicked on, and all is good with the world. Now with that said, I should be able to hit it with a shot of starting fluid or two. A little much, but for a quick second at least it should turn over. It tried. Battery's definitely running low. but that's something. Maybe I showed you, maybe I didn't, but this is the 4-barrel carburetor that Felix bought to mount onto this here Jeep. The problem is that it does not fit on there, right, kind of, because it is not meant to have a 4-barrel on it. It's not even meant to have the intake that it does on it. It's kind of like a high-rise intake. It's like a skyscraper within the engine bay. But rather than replacing the intake, the thought was to get this 4-barrel that should mount right up. The only issue is what I'll show you here as I go to set it on. While it almost sits flat here, this little spring return down here for the throttle hits the valve cover, which sits flat if it's open, but then, you know, you'll constantly have that open, and you don't want that. So what we've been instructed to do by Mr. Felix Bossman here is to go ahead and bend that so it clears it. I don't really know how it's gonna go. Let's find out. That little arm bent surprisingly easy. I didn't think it would at all, but it completely clears the valve cover now, which is pretty dandy. Now, take a look at this here. You might think, wow, that's not a proper install. That's very crooked and very loose. And you gotta remember, we were given this thing with one bolt holding it in that was about that loose. The goal here is just to get it out of the garage now. Not any further than that. Not down the road, not up the street, just out of the garage and onto a trailer under its own power. If I have the time, we'll do more, but time is running short, and I've got a lot of stuff on my plate before we leave in 6 days. I have some 3/8 fuel hose here. This is the regulator that was leaking a whole bunch on us, and it might have been leaking because it looks like this barb is actually a little bit smaller. Might be 5/16. Well, I think this is better fitting for 3/8 or so. I'm gonna try clamping it and see if it'll work, and maybe clamp something on there. I'm not anticipating on it working, but I'm not anticipating on it working. Arguably as bad as the carburetor bench testing, I have 6 foot of fuel hose just bent up and kinked around in here. I'm just gonna see what'll happen because I tuned down the regulator a little bit, so maybe it'll actually hold better pressure and not leak. I clamped it pretty tight there, and I clamped it pretty tight there. We're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some leads on the battery and see if it primes up to a certain degree or if it shoots up to 30 once again. Pardon the fact that I'm doing this again. Yeah, just pretend I'm not, and it'll look like it's good to go. It's like kind of permanent. Black here, red here. Go ahead and hit it.
Oh wait, that was going up above 10.
Was it?
Yeah.
It's definitely leaking up here too. I need to tighten that down a bit, but
That's like 15.
that sounds about right. But should have some fuel in here. I can hear it. That thing's probably gonna roar when it cranks over if the battery isn't dead again like it was before. But it's about to.
I think battery's dead.
Come on.
Oh, it almost did. Try it
Get the
again.
jump pack.
Try it again.
Let me get the jump pack. Right.
Yep.
That's something. That's more than we had earlier, so. Well, that's a step in the right direction. This regulator is still letting way too much pressure through. It's somewhere in the ballpark of 15 to 20 psi, and we need like 5 or 6 for that. So I'm going to see how much this can step down. Of course, this regulator is not meant for this carburetor, but it's what I was given to work with. So if I can't tune it down too more, I'm not really sure what we're going to do. I'll consult the boss and see what he wants. I've started it a couple times now. One last quick little startup for the fans out there. Window fell in again. It's probably running at like 3,000 RPM right there, but it is running, which is a step above yesterday. I dialed in the fuel regulator a whole lot down here, and the closest that I can get it to 5 or 6 PSI is 20. So obviously 4 times the limit is not going to be acceptable. We're gonna have to figure something else out about that, but I'm not sure what that's gonna be. Once again, that is the boss man's orders. But it at least turns over. We know that everything so far otherwise is done right. It's not clacking around as much. I don't know if that's because of the rocker adjustments or because it's not knocking because it's running off of starting fluid. Regardless, though, I like how this sounds a lot more than I did before. On that note, it's midnight. I'm going to go to bed. Wow! December 2nd, 2 days until takeoff.
Yeah.
In the excursion here with Nathaniel right now. We are not headed to work on the Jeep. We are headed to pick up the trailer, which will be hauling the Jeep Felix's grandparents currently have it, and it will become Felix's once we pick it up and deliver it to him once he comes back to the United States in about a day and a half. We don't have an address as to where we're going yet. We're just kind of heading north. We know it's a state above us, and somewhere within the state is the trailer. So we're just going to keep on heading northbound. My guess would be about an hour and a half, roughly, if I had to guess. But I don't know. We'll see. It's 5:37 right now, but it certainly feels a lot later with this daylight savings change, which I don't like. Still have absolutely no plan about the actual trip down, aside from the fact that we're going to end up in Oklahoma City. I don't know what time Felix gets in. I don't know what time we want to take off on Thursday, or if we want to do Friday morning. Still hoping for Thursday night. I know we're going to try to stay in Nashville. I don't really know much more than that. I don't know what we're driving yet. There's a lot of things still up in the air. Now, we'll give an update on the Jeep again once we get back. I do have to go and check on some things, so we'll do that when the time comes. But we did just get an update on the address that we're heading to, and it's 2 hours away, which is not what I was hoping for. So, like I said, about 5:30 now. It's going to be about 7:30 when we get there, about 9:30, 10 o'clock when we get back. So, onwards and upwards. .45 now, been on the road for about an hour and 15 minutes. We have about 1 hour until we get there, so we're slowly but surely making forward progress. Gonna keep on cruising down the south now.
To make it a half hour.
Yeah, if we go fast enough, I mean, shoot.
I've been doing for 10 minutes.
Uh-oh. GPS says we're in the neighborhood now, so we are going to keep an eye out for a trailer as we cruise on along here.
There he is.
Is that him?
I believe so.
I mean, double check the address.
Yep. That is he.
Found it! Well, well, well.
We have arrived.
We have arrived. We'll drop her onto the hitch and tow her on out of here. Back on the road now. Didn't want to do too much recording there, mainly just focused on loading up the trailer and getting on back home. So according to my phone right here, 10:16 is going to be our ETA. That's back to my house. That's not 100% correct. Dock off about 15 to a half hour to get back to Nathaniel's place. About 2 hours, 2 hours, 18 minutes, something like that. I don't even know why I'm showing you my phone if it's inaccurate, but there's a good estimate of where we're going to. You can kind of see it in the mirror, but the trailer is on behind us now. Lights are on, and it's a pretty nice trailer, so very generous of Felix's grandfather there. Couldn't pass up the photo op at Wave's Car Wash here. So, here we are, trailer in the light to show you. Felix told us that it had a winch on it, and it certainly does not look like there is a winch there, but maybe a plate for mounting one, so that'll be good if we can't get the Jeep onto there somehow. I don't really know what the plan is going to be for that yet, but that is not today's problem. That is our problem to worry about in a few days. Are there ramps down there? I don't think there are ramps down there. Where?
They're right here.
Oh, they're on the side. Okay.
Yeah, and then they lay down.
That's on me for not checking there first. Dinner time. Chicken sandwich. Trailer's home, chalking the wheels and getting it disconnected. That's gonna be it for this evening. It is late now, it is 10:39, and I still have to go check on the Rambler, do a couple more things, then go to bed. Probably not gonna be in bed until midnight, and probably gonna be up for work at about 4:30 in the morning. So I'm gonna regret this in the morning, but we're not in the morning yet. For the time being, I'm gonna cut this here. We'll give you more information on the Jeep, like I promised tonight, tomorrow instead. December 3rd, I think we're leaving tomorrow. We still don't really have much of a plan in action. I said that I was going to show you how we had the Jeep temporarily running, so I'll go ahead and show it to you. I still have my, this was the previous owner's fuel pump wiring, but we still have my little jumpers here that look fine if you don't really look at them. So here, prime it a little bit more, and we'll call that good. So, primes the carburetor there. Everything is clear of the belts and the fan. Doing this in one take here, but if I start it up, it should hold idle just fine-ish. Never mind, I lied. Let's go ahead and prime the carb again. That's a lot of fuel in there, so that should do the trick. So you can see that right now, we're too late again. Let me go back and try that again. Trying to one take this as much as I can. I didn't prime the carburetor.
Yeah, there's nothing in there.
That sounds good. Let's try this again. So the carb's got plenty of fuel in it now. That's how we're keeping the fuel pump primed. You can see it's shooting out the vent a little bit there. It's not the right way to do it, it's not the professional way to do it, but it keeps it holding idle. So we know that it'll run, and surprisingly, given it is running at high idle right now, I'm very impressed with how smoothly it's running, all things considered, and with how much metal there was inside. It sounds like it's running pretty healthy. You can definitely hear the aftermarket exhaust over here, which is bellowing out condensation, but doesn't sound too hateful, all things considered. Once we pull it, it'll run for about another, I don't know, 10, 20 seconds, as we have no power on the fuel pump right now. Give it some time to sputter out on its own. Belt's loose, but that's not really our concern here. Yeah, it's definitely running. Oil pressure, I remember we unplugged the gauge there, and you can see that it's pegged beyond 80 up there. I guess it's running longer than I thought it would. More fuel in there than I thought, but you see that some of the oil and fluid that we spilled in there is burning off. A lot of smoke coming out from under there. That's all right. It'll sputter out shortly, or it won't. Yeah, you can feel the oil and burning off down there. But yeah, there we go. I guess there was a lot more fuel in the carb than we thought. Like I said, it is smoking off because we spilled a lot of oil and a lot of fluids, everything, all over the place when we had this thing up and running. For what it is, though, and how it's set up, I would go ahead and say that we definitely brought this thing back from life, or back to life. It didn't run right at all when it came in. It didn't run at all when it came in, and now it does. And it sounds like it runs pretty good, like I said 3 times already. But Felix is going to come into town tomorrow. He flies back to the States sometime tomorrow afternoon.
4:30-ish?
About 4:30.
Yeah.
We don't know if we're leaving tomorrow. We don't know if we're leaving Friday morning. We just know that we have a trailer here, a Jeep here. We don't know how we're getting the Jeep onto the trailer. We don't know what we're driving down to Oklahoma City yet. And we don't know what nights we're staying where and what the plan is at all. All that we really know for now is that we have a flight to come home that'll land in Baltimore at 9 p.m. on Monday night. So as long as we make it to the airport, yeah, as long as we make it to the airport, we're good. I don't know. Not gonna end this video here. I'll show Felix and everything, and then right before we take off, I'll probably end it so that we can go ahead and so we can go ahead and get going on our adventures, which I'm documenting. So when this video comes out, everything else will be coming out consequently thereafter. Yeah, at this point I'm just rambling, and the garage is full of smoke. Holy moly. Yeah, catch you tomorrow. Alright, I lied. It's not tomorrow yet. It is still the 3rd. I got a little too curious for my own well-being here, and I decided to start tinkering with a couple more things before I left. Now, yes, I am well aware of how absolutely, like, shitty this setup is here. I know the spark plug wires are a mess. I know there's several extra feet of fuel hose just laying around here. I know that nothing in here is cleaned up, wired right, organized. I'm aware. The goal was just to get it started up and running to make sure that it will, in fact, run, even with the supposed blown engine that we believe this has, or on its way out with all the metal shavings, all of the indicators of wear, everything that we found mentioned earlier in the video. Now, once again, not ran correctly, but more so just to see if it would do anything, I took this brake hose here off of the brake booster and ran it into this little line here to pull some vacuum from the carburetor. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I do that and possibly prop the choke open there, give it some gas here, and open it once again, see if it'll hold a more consistent and possibly a lower idle. So. That was far more consistent. Anyways, that's cool. I've tinkered with it a little bit more, and I can seem to get it to hold a decent idle, actually, for what it is and the condition that everything else is in, but... yeah, this video is going to be a very interesting one. It was, like I said, supposed to be our journey in this thing out to Oklahoma, and now obviously that's not happening, and it was just patching good enough to actually run and get out of the garage. So maybe we will do that tomorrow. Maybe we will see if this thing can move out of the garage and onto the trailer under its own power. I don't know how we'll do it yet, because the throttle's like not even entirely hooked up. Actually, no, not entirely, it's just not hooked up. But, we'll get creative. It's what we do around here. Now I'll see you tomorrow. Finally, December 4th, and I am coming to you live from my hallway, giving you the information that I didn't hope I'd have to, but the information that I've got. Felix's flight got delayed coming from Germany to America, which means that we cannot pick up the truck tonight that we were going to use to tow the trailer, to tow the Jeep, to get it out to Oklahoma where we are headed. So, not the update I hoped for, like I was saying, but that's fine. It's all good. We have some buffer room, a little bit of a cushion to play with here, so it's not the end of the world. What that means is that tomorrow morning, probably before lunchtime, we will be taking off and headed southwest. So, we'll catch it in. 'Twas the night or morning of departure, whatever you want to call it. I said I'd check in again in the morning, and it is 12:40 in the morning now. We are making a very important run again, of course, getting our chocolate milk fix. Have it here, have it there, and Felix is in the excursion. You gonna say hi, your YouTube debut here?
What's up? 1 a.m. being up since like yesterday.
Please kill me.
Waking up in another continent.
I woke up, I was in Europe this morning.
And now you're sitting in the parking lot of Rutter's drinking chocolate milk. Yeah, I think it's best we cut this here and then reconvene in the morning.
Yeah.
Why don't we?
Sometimes.
Perfect. It is still December 5th. To say that we have a plan is still a very loose term, but the plan that we had was to leave last night on the 4th, like I was saying before. However, Felix's flight got delayed. No harm, no foul there. Couldn't really do much about that, and therefore we couldn't get the truck that we were going to be taking out until this morning. We planned to leave this morning at around 10 a.m. instead, and given that it is 2:15 right now, we're not doing a great job following that schedule. Now, to kind of prevent any overlap here, I'm gonna make this video here, finish this one off today. This is just Jeep prep work and getting things ready and getting everything situated for the road trip, but you know, we got everything just about good to go. We might be able to pull the Jeep on the trailer. That's gonna be the plan for today, and then I'll kind of cut it off and then start to document our road trip adventures. I'm headed to meet up with the guys, Nathaniel and Felix, and we will both be getting everything ready to go ahead, load the Jeep onto the trailer, tow it over to Felix's house, grab his bags, at which point I will have already transitioned to the next video. I'm yapping too much. I'll catch you at the garage. It is finally all coming together. There's our trailer for the weekend. There's our chariot for the weekend. And here, of course, is our storage unit, or whatever you'd like to call it, that will be hauling all of the gear. Alrighty, organizing in the back, getting the throttle cable hooked up so that we can hopefully get it onto the trailer under its own power, which of course has been the end-all be-all goal since deciding that we're not driving it. We're gonna demonstrate now how we give fuel to this bad boy. So you wanna go ahead and
I'm afraid.
you do your part?
One right there. One right there.
You hear him priming up a little bit.
Huh.
And then give him a couple little bit of fuel there.
Little guy does not need that much gas.
At the start, he kind of does sometimes.
He ran out of gas, I think.
Yep.
Really? There, let me run this.
If you hold it any more than a little bit, though, it will flood out pretty quickly.
Yeah. Because we're about to send him outside.
But I mean, you can hear, though, that for doing eyeball rocker adjustments and for
Oh, that
slapping stuff
sounds-
back together, it sounds pretty good.
Really good.
Like, we thought it was going to sound a lot worse.
Yeah.
What's
In the
hissing down there? Vacuum off this? Yeah, vacuum. Coming off the brake booster. Apparently we have vacuum leak in the brake booster. That's where you want it.
Awesome.
Why is he shooting up more signals?
Smoke signals from the heater.
I think we might not be supposed to go.
This is what happens when you buy from Vivor.
Only the finest products here from the Chinese.
We're going to a very cold place.
Thirsty.
Yeah.
Alrighty, take 2. Ready?
Get out on me. Yeah.
Everything clear?
Yep.
Oh! That didn't work. He got on the belt. Starting.
Probably has a vacuum leak. Like a lot.
I mean, given that we heard it hissing from the brake booster, probably. A little close there. She's not getting any lighter.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let it roll forward. Where are we going? We were supposed to. Alright, it's dark now. It's got gas, right?
Yeah.
Give it another shot real quick.
A little shot of nitrous. Here, hit the throttle, see if that works.
No.
Nothing happened, okay.
Okay.
Yep. You in gear?
Oh, no, now it's in reverse.
You want me to try to manually throttle it?
Sure, I guess.
What in the world?
I'm not used to this whole thinking thing. So yeah, there's our ingenuity here. Went ahead and pushed it on out and then tried to reverse it out beyond there and then realized that the transmission is dry, so it's gonna be a little hard to shift there, but
Did you know that we are the world's smartest individuals?
smartest subjective, and I wouldn't call any of what we did even
I had
like
to fly across the country or the world to remind you guys to put transmission fluid in the transmission.
Have you seen that car right there? He doesn't have any either.
Well, what's going on around here?
Transmissions are the one thing that I've never had good luck with.
They're very simple. They need fluid in order for the torque converter to convert the torque.
Well, look, I've only had one transmission blow up on me and one start shifting weird because it ran completely dry. So
I wonder why.
I don't know. Look, we didn't even think that it was gonna make it out of the garage, so we're already ahead of schedule.
Okay.
It all drained down in there.
That's more than enough.
Well, once it starts running, it'll start cycling, and
Exactly.
then we'll need another
That
gallon.
will be
And,
enough.
Yeah, we're gonna need another gallon.
time update here, 3:48. That is a little off schedule from our 11 a.m. departure.
Almost,
10 a.m.,
almost
whatever it was.
24
But
hours behind.
so once again, we're gonna try to fire this up with what we got. We're just bumping the fuel pump as we go by just tapping that here. Go ahead, let's see what happens. Whoa! Here, I'm gonna try to manually throttle it a little bit. Choke is on now, so.
Oh. I gave
Oh.
My bad.
She moved.
Because I don't have good differential. It's like it's bogging when I turn. And it's saying it's a four-wheel drive, which
It was. We did
think-
notice that it always said that.
I think the cable for that's disconnected.
So you think it's in 4 right now?
Yeah, I think so. All right, guide me up the trailer. I can't see. I can't see.
The ramps aren't even remotely lined up yet, so that's. You're gonna be straightening up as you come on. You might want to go back and line it up a bit. You're good. I was gonna say, no throttle. Watch your foot. Watch your foot and go light. You go brakes, you go throttle. Keep the wheel straight, keep the wheel straight. The back wheels aren't centered. The back wheels are gonna, they'll be good. Turn left a little bit.
Left a little.
Left a little, left a little. Stop. Let's go.
I think we were spinning a tire.
Oh, we were spinning a tire.
Yeah, and it's stuck in four-wheel drive ish. And so that means that it was lugging the motor. It's got an open diff, and I don't think the transmission even still has enough fluid because it was stalling. The torque converter was stalling when you were gassing it.
Yeah, I could tell.
It would occasionally grab when it had enough pressure, and that's when it would like throw itself forward.
Oh, I felt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely needed more fluid.
So
it is not centered, but it is on there.
it is on there.
That is better than
I think that'll
nothing.
be okay.
I knew it could smell wood. Smell of wood.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Not my trailer.
Got a little hungry over here too, just not as much.
All right. Good. Perfect. I'm gonna set the parking brake.
For whatever it's worth.
Yeah. How squatted are we?
He's a little bit.
Feeling the weight, but I mean, we're pretty.
Backwards. If we
I was gonna say we're heavy on the front right now.
Yeah.
We have about a foot to back up if we needed
I
to.
think I might do that.
Yeah.
I want to
do
take
that.
some tongue weight off. Of
Yeah, I don't blame you.
But not too much though. Just a little.
Right, right.
As it slides all the way back down.
Well, we'll just get it back.
Well, saying all the snow slicking the ramp didn't really help either. There was no snow in the forecast. I want to add this for everyone watching the video. There was no snow in the forecast for this morning. How far back you want to go?
Just a little.
Hey, he's peeing some fluid.
That's probably. I hit the brakes. What color is it?
It's not on the brake side. It's probably the oil dripping off. You're hanging right on the back now. It's probably good.
How's the load look?
It looks about the same, but it definitely shifted some.
Okay. That's probably better then.
Yeah.
He's happier now than he was before.
We're fighting some skepticism here now because we had the rescue truck, which is going to be towing us out there, parked right here, and there's a rainbow puddle. So we're just looking to make sure that it wasn't coming from the vehicle that's actively supposed to be taking us halfway across the United States of America. Little baby V6.
As you can see, the truck that I borrowed is maybe up to the task, but we shall see.
Up to what task? Going to the grocery store?
Yes. With a bonus vehicle
Yeah.
in the back. I didn't see that.
I mean, it looks dry.
It does look dry.
I don't see anything glaringly obvious.
I think that was someone else. They must have been somebody else. There's been nothing sitting there.
Wasn't your excursion park there when you backed up the trailer? Because it was actively leaking when we were taking it off. I remember I smelled burning oil.
It's not leaking oil. It's burning oil.
Well, it's got to get onto the exhaust somehow.
It's not on the exhaust.
I smelled it burning.
It's burning because it's coming out of my dipstick tube.
So it's leaking.
It's
Sometimes.
evaporating.
Sometimes.
It's evaporating.
Progress. Getting her on, strapped down. Window is back up. I'm gonna throw some layers of Gorilla Tape over top of there, but it's about 25 degrees out right now, so it's taking some time. But we're getting there, making sure that she's strapped down nice and tight before we get going. Well, whether or not you believe it, the Jeep made its way up onto the trailer under its own power. I'm gonna call this video here. Obviously, the whole premise from the get-go was supposed to be that we would be driving that Jeep all the way across the country, and that's obviously not going to happen. So we're gonna go ahead now. We're gonna take off from Maryland and make our way to Oklahoma City. It's gonna be a long drive. We have about 3.5 days to do it. A little less than that, actually. Getting closer to 3. But we're going to make it there. We're going to document our adventures. That's going to be the next video, which will hopefully be coming the week after. So thanks for watching this one. Be sure to stick around and subscribe, because the next one will be coming soon, and it'll be even better than that. I promise you. So we'll catch you then.
Peace.